Hey, what's going on, guys? It's FPL Yusuf here, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be going over my game week 16 transfer targets ahead of this coming week's deadline. I'm going to go over how I got on in this current game week, what my team's looking like for next week, but also some of the transfers that I'm looking to make in both 16 and the upcoming game weeks as well. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me today on my YouTube channel for another video. Before we get into this one, if you wouldn't mind dropping a thumbs up and subscribing down below, it would be greatly appreciated. So let's go over how we got on in game week 15 now. It's worth me saying at the time of recording, it's currently Monday evening and we are in the last game of this game week. So it's currently 0-0 between West Ham and Wolves. It puts me on a current score of 60. I'm going to put a little asterisk by the points just in case, Cunha, who we've got playing, does manage to get a return or something. So we're on 60 points. It is finally a green arrow, and it's a big green arrow. It doesn't really feel like much because we're only up to about 2.3 million, but on Saturday night, I was currently at 3.2 million. So we've moved up about 900,000 spaces. So very happy with how this game has gone. And to be honest with you, it has kind of all come down to one man, and that is Cole Palmer. As you can see on screen, it really wasn't that great from the rest of the team. Again, it was just a whole bunch of ones and twos. I had a clean sheet from Pau Torres, which out of everyone in that team, I did not expect him, even though they're playing Southampton. Aston Villa just haven't kept clean sheets this year, so happy just to get one from him. Estupiñán did manage to get an assist, had the clean sheet wiped out late, but yeah, it was all Cole Palmer. 2 goals and an assist. Had him as captaincy, so yeah, really happy with that. I'm really happy just to get a green arrow for a change and just to sort of hopefully push ourselves back on the right path. So yeah, overall, like I said at the time of recording, it's currently still Monday and there's still a game going on, but it probably will be there or thereabouts around the sort of 2.3, 2.2 million rank. So not too bad despite the few weeks that we've had previous to this. Just happy to be on the right direction going forward. Right, so as you guys can see on screen, this is what my team is currently looking like for game week 16. It's actually looking very good. I've got a lot of home fixtures this game week. I think Pau Torres is the only one that I've got who's going away, so more than happy with that. I think the biggest problem that I have in my team at the moment is the defence. Mazraoui, once again, just didn't start for Man United. Came on for a one-pointer. A little bit disappointing because I'd rather have Aït-Nouri be subbed on, but it's what it is. Pau Torres, despite him getting the clean sheet, I'm still not happy, I don't think, with him long-term. I don't think it's someone that I want to keep a hold of for many more weeks. I feel like I'm really missing out on having an Arsenal centre-back as well. I think in my head, the ideal goal will be to get David Raya out of the team and to use a double up in defence of Gabriel and Saliba once Gabriel's back. There is a possibility of Timber, and that might be the transfer that I make this week, which I'm going to get onto in the next section for a couple of reasons, really. Number one, I think his minutes are actually pretty good. He can play between right back and left back, so he's kind of got 2 positions. And I think while Ben White's out, I think when Calafiori comes back, he will be the first choice right back. And even when Calafiori is not in there, he will be the first choice left back. So I think Timber's minutes are good. I don't think there's any worries about him. I think the question comes in maybe in the new year when Ben White does come back, Calafiori's back, like who will start. But to be honest with you, I think Timber's played so well this year. I don't see why he'd be dropped. So I think my long-term goal, at least with this team, is to eventually move to a double Arsenal pairing in defence and just leave them there for the rest of the season. I think, like I said, Gabriel and Saliba, what they've proved to me over this year again is just Arsenal just so good from set pieces. And even if Arsenal concede in the game, these two always have a chance of scoring because Arsenal's set piece threat is it's serious and it's real. So yeah, for me, I think, like I said, Saka and the 2 centre-backs, and then maybe replace the keeper for someone else. But I'm going to get onto those transfers in the next section. In terms of the midfield, I think it kind of pretty much picks itself. Semenyo, I'm getting a little bit disappointed with him. I can't lie. I think at some point in the next few weeks, either a Smith or a Rodgers might be a trade-off for Semenyo. He's just not really just delivering that final third at the moment. They've got West Ham this week, but he's currently sitting on my bench. Obviously, he can't get into the midfield with the 4 that I've got across there. I've got Gordon against Leicester at home. Salah's got Fulham at home. Palmer's playing Brentford at home, and Saka's got Everton. So, for me, there's just no route into my team. And again, the forward line just kind of picks itself. João Pedro, Matheus Cunha, and Nicholas Jackson. I think longer term, I am starting to question about Jackson. I just think I have to hold my hands up and say that the move from Isak to Jackson was just a mistake. And the worst part is when I brought Isak in, a couple of weeks ago for a minus, my goal was just to hold him through the Liverpool game. I knew that they had the Liverpool game last week, and my goal was just, just hold him, and then we'll get the better fixtures now. And I just didn't listen to my own advice, and yeah, it just hasn't gone well. But so I think right now that what I'm going to be looking to mainly fix up is my defense, really target that, and just see how we go about sort of bringing in maybe some of the Arsenal centre-backs to sort of like supplement the goal threat as well as the clean sheet threat, hopefully. So for game week 16, I have one free transfer in the bank. Now, I could roll it. Playing Pau Torres against Nottingham Forest isn't the end of the world, but do I think Aston Villa are going to get a clean sheet there? No. I think Chris Woods is just in too good form, and I do expect Forest to score at home against Aston Villa. I think the big thing for me this week will be get rid of Mazraoui. Like I said, Pau Torres is not somebody that I want to hold long term, but I need Mazraoui out before him because he's not consistent at all. Like, even when Man United were keeping a clean sheet a couple of weeks ago, he got pulled off in the 50th minute. He didn't start last game. I just can't have, especially now as we're coming into Christmas period, I can't have the uncertainty around the defenders. And I think right now my best bet is looking like Yuri and Timber. I just haven't got the money to get to a Saliba or to a Gabriel. I mean, it's worth saying Arsenal do have a game against Monaco tomorrow, so we probably will hear from press conferences on Arteta about his fitness. It seems a bit weird that he hasn't come back in yet. Maybe there genuinely is like an underlying issue, but like I said, Saliba and Gabriel will be the two long term, so either one of them right now would be great. But I just don't think I just can't get the money to him. I can move Mazraoui to Yuri and Timber right now, but I can't get to the centre backs. And the question I'm trying to weigh up in my mind is, do I want to do that now and then use another transfer to take him out down the line? But to be honest with you, I think even if I made the Euro Timber transfer now, I probably would end up wildcarding Gabriel and Saliba in anyway. So I think that's right now is looking like my most likely transfer in is moving Mazraoui out and bringing Yuri and Timber in. There is also an outside chance, not this week, but like I said, just over the next few weeks that I move Semenyo out for either Morgan Rogers or an Emil Smith Rowe. I think it'll be a tiny bit of saving on money, which, you know, right now I'll take every penny I can get. But also, I just think that Fulham and Villa over the next sort of 10, 12 weeks have just got better fixtures than what Semenyo has. So yeah, I'd be more than happy to own them too. But I think this week for me, in terms of my transfers that you guys can see on screen, I think the one that I will make will be Timber in for Mazraoui. I'm going to keep an eye on price changes. Obviously, if Timber moves up before we hear the press conference, it's always a little bit harder in Champions League weeks because you don't know if any injuries, what's going to happen on like when they come through the game. So there is a little bit of uncertainty about that, which is why I'd rather wait until the deadline for the weekend. But if I see the price changes happening where Mazraoui is going to drop or Timber's going to go up, I may well move early on that. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to drop a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I will be back on Wednesday with an FPL challenge video, and then either Thursday evening or Friday morning, I should be back with a final team selection ahead of the game week 16 deadline. If you guys want any sort of extra content from me, like looking for transfers that I'm definitely going to make, any price changes that I tweet out, just follow my Twitter. I'll leave a link to it down in the description down below. I kind of try to sort of put out on there like anyone who's going to move up in price that I think the majority of people will own, or anyone who's going to drop in price, I usually do tweet out over there. So make sure you give that a follow. And yeah, so yeah, just make sure to drop that a follow, just so you guys can stay all up to date with when I'm uploading the video, but also any sort of extra little FPL or football news I just sort of tweet out from there anyway. But like I said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I'll catch you guys next time.